So I'm now going to finish or film the beginning and the end of this video, because car's at temp. We have no leaks. It actually worked, which is a little surprising even to myself, but well, I guess that the title of professional mechanic is once again proven to, I guess, be somewhat correct, even if I don't feel it sometimes. But that said, it did not fix my issue, which is why this is going at the beginning. And this is going to be a lesson that I've learned many times before, and you should also learn. Don't parts cannon shit. Don't throw parts at your vehicle and expect it to work. Actually take the time to properly diagnose things. Because I just went through the trouble of replacing my heater core, spent $100 on a heater core. I've been out here for the last, well, it ain't been that long. Maybe 2.5, 3 hours, and most of that was just me sucking my thumb figuring out how I wanted to go about this. But that said, I'm sitting here, $100 out, 2.5 hours lost. I'm at temp and I'm still blowing cold. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all how to diagnose things, at least the way I know, of course. So, first thing you want to look at is, are you at temperature? Temperature gauge says, yes, we're at temperature. Secondly, is the blend door actuator functioning correctly? Now let me show you where that is on a Toyota Corolla. Now, depending on the year, you're going to have a mechanical or an electrical actuator. Mine has a mechanical actuator. So you can see, we have this arm right here with a cable, and that cable goes straight up to here. So when I twist this, it moves that. Now I can see that arm moving. I can hear it, I can feel it, if I pull this cable off real quick. And I saw on some forums, on the mechanical ones, that this can just fall off. Now, this is proven to be pretty difficult to pull off, but I don't know, maybe it can fall off, I guess. Yeah. So if I take this and I push it all the way to where heat should be, and you can hear it moving in there, so I know it is, I'm still blowing ambient. It's not great. So, you know your blend door's moving. That's one check. Second check mark is gonna be, okay, what's my coolant level? Do I have a sufficient amount of coolant in my vehicle? Now, you never remove this with the engine running. Never do that. In fact, don't touch the cooling system when this is hot. You'll burn yourself. Ask me how I know. So I'm just gonna pop this. I'm gonna look in there. Oh yeah, we got plenty. It's full. That's great. So you have the proper amount of coolant. If you don't have the proper amount of coolant, fill your coolant, then retest everything. You got the proper amount of coolant, blend door is working. Third thing you check again, are we at temp? Yes, we're in the middle, we're at temp. I'm still blowing ambient. So, of course in my mind I think, alright, well, I'm blowing ambient, all of this works, maybe my heater core's plugged. And of course, my old heater core did have some shits in it. Here we are, ignore all the trash. It didn't look too bad, but we had, I don't know how well you can see it down there, some RTV. So I'm thinking, okay, it's plugged up. So I figured for sure that was my issue. It obviously was not. I'm still blowing hot. So I get to do further diagnosis. Figure out why I'm not having my heat. In my mind, my next thing would be a heater control valve. It doesn't seem that this vehicle has one, but I could also be wrong. There may well be one hiding down there where those hoses go in. If my camera will focus, you can see, those hoses come out of the firewall going into some block down there. That's an electrical net connection. Oh shit, there might be a heater control valve down there. Point is, check everything. Check everything before you go and spend your hard-earned money on some shit. Now, at least I had the peace of mind, I've replaced it. That one did have some shit in it, so I don't feel too bad about it. And I was able to make a video for y'all, where if you determine that your heater core is the issue, you can replace it. That said, again, this is the beginning and the end of the video, so you're gonna hear me say something at the end of the video and you're gonna think, oh, well, he just ended it. Why? It's because I'm recording this after the fact. So I'm also gonna put a time code to skip to this. But yeah, anyway, y'all have a wonderful day and fix your shit right. Bye bye. Hello everybody. So this is an 05 Toyota Corolla, which if you clicked on this video, you have. This is a heater core, which if you clicked on this video, doesn't work for you. So here's what I've learned: how to remove and replace it without pulling the whole dash, because no one else has made a fucking video on it. Oh, sorry, if you're a child. No one else has made a freaking video on it. So you remove hose clamps from these two hoses here, which you can't see. You see these two hoses? You take their hose clamps off. What I did is I took a pair of pliers that I wrapped in tape, and I pinched that hose off, then pulled it off, and then pointed it upwards. Took those pair of pliers, pinched that one off, pulled it up so it's spaced upwards. That'll keep you from having to drain the cooling system, which is great if you don't feel like buying antifreeze, like me. Once you do that, you're going to come around under the dash. See that slot? That's where your heater core goes. It's right there. It's pretty sweet. You'd think it'd be really, really easy like I did. Well, like me, you'd be wrong, because those hoses prevent you from actually being able to pull it straight out. Or, sorry, these pipes. So those sit in it. You know, this one straight up and down, this one like that. Or, sorry, like that. And then you have that one going straight up like that, and they go into there. But of course those hoses being in the way doesn't actually let you pull it straight out. So what you can do is they will be crimped onto here for some reason. If you take a screwdriver, flat tip, you uncrimp it, you can then pull the hoses, or these pipes, off. Once you do that, you can then pull these out of the way, and you can pull this out. You'll have to push on this vent here. You'll have to push it to the side, kind of wiggle it out, just to get it out of the way, because this is kind of in the way a little bit, but not so much you can't get it. You just gotta kind of bring it with you. Now, putting the new one in, I didn't like having to, but I had to, again, uncrimp this. Thankfully, these are O-ring seal, so it doesn't really need to be that tight. So, from here, we will take our heater core, we will slip it back in, and then we'll put those crimps fittings back in. Give me 1 second, let me do that. Alright, so just like I said, you just slide it right back in. Alright, and now, all we gotta do is take our hoses, or sorry, our pipes, I keep mixing that up. You're gonna take your pipe, you ain't gonna smoke your pipe. You're gonna take it, you're gonna place it right in that hole right up there where it belongs. So it's gonna go through the firewall there. It's gonna clip into its spot right here, and you're gonna just rotate it into place like so. Might have to kind of force it a little bit, just like that. You're in. Same thing for that one up there. Gonna be a little hard for me to do one-handed. Let me pause this right quick. Just like that, you just kind of get it there. Kind of have to tap it a little bit, get it in. Once you got it there, you just have to recrimp this. Now I'm gonna do it with a pair of pliers. It's gonna really suck on that top one, I'm assuming. Just get that as tight as you can. They're O-ring seals, so it really shouldn't have to be that tight. And hell, you tighten the hell of an O-ring and it will break it. So you don't gotta go too crazy with it. And then you can hook your hoses back up. So let me recrimp these, hook my hoses up, refill it with antifreeze, and we'll watch it for leaks. And you're gonna want to watch it for leaks, and just in case you need to crimp it more, because it might leak. It may well leak from this, but we're gonna find out together, because I haven't done this yet either. So, well, if you're seeing the video, it worked anyway. But yeah, all right. So got them crimped. I ended up using a punch and a hammer. Like, I started it with the pliers just to get them there. Just didn't feel confident in it, so I went ahead and hit it with a punch and a hammer. Kind of got it in a little bit better. I might need to touch that one up a bit. We're gonna let the coolant flow into it first, just to see what that looks like for us. It might leak a little bit, but we'll see. It's an O-ring. We'll see. And of course, if you took your little grommet out, don't forget to put it back. Slip it back in real quick. Alright, and just like that, it's back in. Now, of course, it's not full of coolant yet. We have to actually run the engine for that. You let the water pump actually pull that coolant down and put it in it. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my drain pan back, because we did lose a little bit of coolant. Lost about that. Oh my. So we're not going to reuse that coolant. We are in fact going to put water in it, and I'll get coolant later, because it seems I need a flush. So yeah, I'm going to put some water in it real quick. And this is why I emphasized actually coming back and checking for leaks as you're filling it. You can see getting a little wet down here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my center punch. I'm going to crimp it a little bit more, just go around it. I probably just this one I messed up here, but I'm going to touch them all up. Yeah, that one there looks kind of weak too, and we don't want leaks. If we're going to replace our heater core, this is a brand new one. We do have a warranty, but we don't want to use it, right? So I'll take my rag, and I'm just going to hit that. Again, hammer and punch, just a little guy. You don't have to go, again, too crazy with it, just enough to make it seal. So yeah, I just crimped it a little bit more around the edges. I got it as good as I could up top. And looks like we're good now. Make sure you wipe up any residual. That way you're not looking at old shit thinking it's new. Because again, you can't go too crazy on these O-rings. But just get them enough that it actually seals, and my camera will actually focus, just like that. So, next. This one definitely won't seal, so let me hit it again, and then I'll keep filling. Alright, well I hit it as best I could. We'll see. If it still don't seal, I might have to pull this section of the dash, which shouldn't be too hard. We'll find out if we have to. But for now, I'm just going to leave this rag right here. And keep filling, I suppose. Alright, there was no need to remove this section of the dash. I went ahead and I fired it up. Got the water circulating, and yeah, no leaks, we're chilling. Well, actually, now we're heating. Yep, I'm ending the video with that one. Unfortunately, I really wish I could end on a better note than that cringe ass shit. But yep, got the heat on. Of course, I'm not up to temp yet. You know what? I'll come back to it when it's up to temp. We'll let the video end with heat. All right, I was wrong, guys. It does work. You just have to actually be patient and let the cooling system burp. I went ahead and put my meter in it. We are blowing 150 degrees out the vent. This shit is hellfire. So, actually, I was right. Get fucked.